Welcome back here to the Lewer Boxscore. My name is Lachlan Williams. We are bringing you the 6th game of the Commonwealth Cup here. We've got the Perth Fury taking on the touring junior Canadian team. We just saw the Melbourne Storm take care of the Adelaide Thunder. Now, who gets up in this one? You'd probably favour the Canadians leading into it. Only time will tell. We've got Lucas Deshawn between the pipes for the Fury. Not caught into action on this occasion as the shot clock beats Canada. And I believe that is Ty Peterson in the cage. That looks like it is for Canada. Big body there from Canada straight into it. Wasting no time to throw the bodies around. Roman Marshall carries down in transition. Now it's Silas Gunter in possession. This is Choi coming from the box. Sweep around. Gunter feeds up top to Choi. Little fumble. 3 on the shot clock, so it looks like the shot clock will beat them once again. Scott just mauled in the middle there. So, once again, good defence from the Fury to get the ball back on their terms. Alex Messia carrying in transition there. He's got Aaron Curry for support now. Down to Brandon Tran. A couple of goals last night, but proves the sister this time to Aaron Curry, but can't finish. In transition, it's Aiden Wilson. He's got a man at the back in Cole Pottle, but doesn't use him, so just waits and sets up in Aiden Waddy at the top. Cashton Seaborg calls high, but it's going to go through Mason Williams first. Now Pottle. Good defensive pressure from the Fury. Shot off and great finish there from Cashton Seaborg. Just beating Deshawn on the stick side. To open the account for Canada. Well, one in the middle from Smedley, works it forward, but how good was that ground ball from Roman Marshall there? Just head over it, full intent. Takes possession. Canada, another offensive set here. Nozu gets the cutter from Connor Scott, just settles things down a little bit, takes it behind the cage now. Pressure comes from Tyler James, did a good job there, but Canada still keep possession. That ball has ended up in the back of the net on the outside, but fallen through to Scott now, and the shot clock expires once again. So 3 times in 4 possessions. It's good defense from the Fury, but they'll be wanting to try and keep it a little bit longer on their own ends down this side of the field. Tran back to Jake Matheson. Up to Aiden Holmes. Matheson. Scott Hogan. Shot clock about to expire. So we've seen a fair few of these shot clock expirations already, but just a loose ball foul on, I think that was on Brandon Tran of the Fury down there. So they'll get another set with the ball in hand. Matheson got Curry coming across. Smedley drives across the face. Hogan. Curry driving all along the top of the face there, but good save from Peterson. Ashton Spanos in possession for Canada. Just across to netmaker. Seaborg. Little pick and flip with Nicholas Nozu, but no luck. Just a loose push caught on the Fury, so Canada will get a full 30 now. A little fumble from Seaborg, that reels it back in. Kicks down to Nozu, looks for the cutters, nothing comes, so he just says, all right, I'll take the shot myself. Misses wide, or was there a little piece? Not going to matter because on the follow-up, he's setting that one into the car park. Conditions quite nice for Lacrosse tonight as Messia transitions with Seaborg putting under plenty of pressure. The double team comes. He just wants to get off this wall, Alex Messia, and does really well to try and flip it out to a teammate, but it's fallen to Marshall instead. He's got 4 yellow jerseys in pursuit. Now, what's the call? Was it back and over? Thought it was a red stick that tipped it back into the Canadian half, but the call is it must have come off the Fury. Gives Canada another possession. Seaborg tries to beat his man low, kicks it back high. Gunter, the shot comes from Mason Williams. You saw he wasn't afraid to get those shots off yesterday. Good save there from Lucas Deshawn. Nice confidence builder for him there. Still 1-0 as we approach the halfway point of this one. Smedley, been a great face-off player, Adam Smedley, from what we've seen last couple of days and throughout the Box Nationals representing Western Australia. Tran, so shot clock already creeps down to 5. Under plenty of pressure. Was there a foul in there? No, our officials were right on top of it, so they're just going to say, get up and play on. Clever work there from Holmes just to dish it into the back corner, give his defenders time to transition back. Spanos. Watsy off to Seaborg. Been a fire spark early, the MVP yesterday. Shot off, nearly sends the one back over again. Deshawn reels it in off the fence. But the pressure is there. Bit of a party trick. I think he's hit his own crossbar there. Lucky not to find the back of the net, but the ball will head back Canada's way. OSU shapes up on the 1-on-1, gets the roll back into the right. Now back out onto the left into safety. Shot coming here. Big defense there from Aaron Curry, but there was a foul advantage called, I believe. So we're going to have a Fury player sent to the box. First penalty of tonight, of this game. It's going to be Brandon Tran that short a couple of volunteers at the moment to open up our penalty box. Brandon Tran probably doesn't want to come in there, but so the call was for too many. So power play for the Canadians. They were deadly on this last night. See how long Perth can hold out on the man down right now. Choi over to Seaborg, gets a shot off, missing wide. Now who is hunting it down? Messia. Well, it's match for C from Seaborg there. Good job there from Alex Messia to draw the foul and take possession. Minute and a half left on. Yeah, just under a minute and a half left on the penalty now. So Canada in transition. Settle things down under a minute on the penalty now. Shot. There we go. Troy. Troy scores Canada's second. So 2-0 the lead now. Ball loose, won by Messiah. As the Fury take possession, looking for their first goal of the game. Big wind up there, blocked. Smedley evades that one. Spanos all the way through. Good save there from Deshaun. So it looks like the Fury were trying to play 4-on-4 out there, trying to lock off one of the Canadians. I think it might have been Aiden Wilson they had an eye on. Curry, shot. Great finish there. And Perth are on the board. Aaron Curry, the scorer, puts Perth on the board. And they trail at 2-1 with just under 3 minutes remaining in the first term. One in the middle from Canada, but it's headed straight towards a Perth player, Hogan. How good's that? Riding all of the contact, but probably took on one too many in the end. Lost possession. Spanos can't reel it in. Who's going to come up with it? Well read there from Pottle. Oh, just a little slip. Still has the composure to find the open man. Troy. Cross to Williams. He saw this last night. He's not afraid to let one loose and just puts one on Lucas Deshaun. And finds the back of the net. So what feels like probably the first time of the night, Perth take possession out of the middle. Wills across to Smedley, back to Wills. Down through Curry. Pressure comes. He's got Wills wide open, but instead finds Messiah. Nice little shovel shot, well collected there from Peterson to deny Messiah on that occasion. Just a slow break. Marshall. Gunther. ISU with Curry. Off the roll, shot saved from Deshaun. Mason Williams collects it. Shot from Waddy, saved again from Deshaun, but can't follow up on the rebound, and it's Connor Scott that does the work this time. Off the rebound, off the keeper. Connor Scott puts in Canada's fourth. There's that sharpness and that edge around the goal, probably proving itself right now for Canada. Just a couple of little errors defensively from Perth. It's costing them. Smedley runs to safety, tucks it. And we've got a foul coming, so Hogan off to Tran. There is still the penalty advantage. Feed inside, saved. And we are going to halt proceedings as Canada we've got Liam Netmaker serving 2 minutes. Not exactly what it was for. Curry. Man up opportunity now. Over to Hogan. Down to Tran. Fakes the feed inside. Back to Curry up the top. Matheson gets a shot off through the legs of Peterson, but cleverly gets a stick down there. Kicks out to St. Germain. Seaborg. Hottie. Up across to Seaborg. Penalty at the shot clock. Sorry, counting down. Fires one through. Ashton Seaborg. With 2. 14 seconds on the penalty. On the game clock, sorry. 1 minute for 13 on the penalty. There's a break there from what I would say was red, but call's going to be simultaneous, so we'll do it again. Yeah, it's Smedley that comes up successful this time. Over to Messia. They've got 5 seconds if he wants to pull the trigger. Up to Tran. Can he get one off in the nick of time? That's one loose and hits the man. So a good effort there from Tran to get it off, but it's going to be a 5-1 lead to the Canadians at the first break. And Netmaker still with 1 minute left on his penalty. We'll take a quick break ourselves. We'll be back very shortly for the second quarter. back for the second quarter here. Canada still men down for the next minute. They've already got one short-handed goal. Can they get a second? Marshall was trying. So they couldn't quite collect it. So it's Aiden Wilson that comes up with it. Mason Williams now. 40 seconds on the penalty to kill. Are they happy to just run the clock down, or do they want to keep the pressure on? Connor Scott up the top. Looks like they're pretty happy just to run the clock down. Perth is a man up here if they want to push it. I'm not sure if Wade Hammond would put the heat on his place to step out. Evidently not. 20 seconds left on the penalty now. Curry. 10 on the penalty. And it is even-handed now. Curry feeds across, was wide open. We've got another foul coming though. And we will hold up once again. It's going to be Connor Scott that serves a couple of minutes this time. So second power play opportunity for the Fury in a row. See if they can make the most of it. Curry and Smedley linking up across the top. Hogan. Curry works his way through. Now Smedley tries to take a few on, but runs into a big red jersey. Now somehow they've got a 2-on-1 out the back of Canada, and they only need one of them. Aiden Wilson. Aiden Wilson, the goal scorer.
2-3 the goal. 2-2 the assist. Did you drink any?
Another short-handed goal for the Canadians. That's 2 now. Now they get 6-1. Ball loose. Comes out to Messia. Now he doesn't mind this position, but just waits, holds it up. They still do have the man advantage. Another minute and a half. Haven't looked too convincing on this power play yet, but the more opportunities, the more dangerous things could become. Shot clock down to 6 now. Messia feeds across. Hogan, things open up, shoots low. Well blocked there from Marshall. Shot clock is expired now. It'll be Silas Kunta that takes the ball for Canada. Noah Choi. Looks across to Seaborg. Up to Waddy. Choi. Pretty happy just to run this one down. Canada, shot clock down to 1. They don't get the reset. So shot clock will expire. Another 27 seconds on this power play for the Fury. So one last possession. Messia, Curry. And there is a penalty coming. But I think it's on the Fury. So just probably a lackadaisical substitution by the looks of it.
I got 15 seconds left. 15. Hold it.
So the Canadians just waiting for their penalty to expire. 7-6-5 on the penalty now.
5, 4, 3, 2,
back even now. Only 5 on the shot clock, however. So Seaborg just runs it to the corner, gives it back, but in the process, Peterson had worked his way to the box, but worked his way back to the cage really well there.
It's just a bit chaotic in the last sort of 20 seconds, but things settle now. The Fury now they had all of the power their way. Now they'll have to try and defend the shorthand. One from Smedley to get that ball off as the shot clock expired. So they'll get 1 minute here, Canada, of the man up. Williams. Choi. And they've been so dangerous here, Canada. There's not a time I can really think of where they haven't converted on the power play. Feed inside, unsuccessful, but who's going to come up with it now? Just trying to get into space with James, but it's Messia now. One-on-one with Peterson. Goes through the legs. Alex Messia. Well, the short-handed goals flying everywhere. Alex Messia. Great pick-up. Great finish. So I think that's 3 short-handed goals in a row. 2 for Canada and now 1 for the Fury. 6-2. So 25 seconds left on the Fury penalty. Smedley does well to hold it up, but Scott, too good. Little fumble from Gunter over to Waddy. Can we see a penalty kill? Well, no, we're not. Well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we've got a goal there. So Cashin Seaborg scores his 3rd of the night. Assist number 3 for Aidan Waddy. As Canada move back out by 5. One on there from Rory Chadwick to handle the pressure, get it up to Hogan. Hogan up across to Curry now. Really the centrepiece, the quarterback of this Perth forward line. Most stuff is going through him. Peterson, the desperation just to keep that one. Who's come away with it now? He's heaved it upfield. They've so good at just sneaking out the back, this Canada side. Catching sides unaware, and probably one thing the Aussie boys to take a few notes on. Reminder, we are even strength. And that one is just snuck through the legs of Lucas Deshawn for Canada's 8th goal. So that one's going to go to Noah Choi. So I'm sure the selectors and relevant parties are
to the scoreline at the moment. The intensity's just picked up a little bit out there. It's good to see. And ball is going to head back the way of Perth here. So Kuchka restarts us here off to Hogan. Looking for the cutters is Hogan. Looks back up top. Matheson over to Curry. Rolls all the way through. Good pace there from Peterson. Matheson on the rebound. Just easily collected there from Peterson. Lost sight of it. And once again, there's a man way out the back. It's Connor Scott. Good save there from Luke's Deshaun, 1-on-1. So Hogan quickly puts the skates on to get it into his own half. And the pressure still coming from Seaborg, and the wraparound check finds the ball. It's perfect there. Messiah under plenty of heat. Who's going to come up with it here? It's going to be the Canadians. The heat upfield. It's a couple of times a Hail Mary they've sent down there. Not quite successful so far, but nearly there from Ashton Spanos. Nearly a special right there. The clear comes from Alexander Mitchell-Lewis to Curry. He's got a man in pursuit, just needs to be wary of. Finds him in the end. Tran and Curry link up really well there. Ball just comes loose. Who's going to collect it here? Out of nowhere, Lockie Wills on the crease, but red jumpers flying forward. Pottle and Scott on the rebound. 1-on-1 with Deshaun. Wasn't really fair on poor Lucas Deshaun in the end there. Just fell straight to Connor Scott. Made the great first save on the 1-on-1 with Cole Potty, but the way that it fell straight to Connor Scott, he was just licking his lips waiting for that rebound and said, "Thank you very much." Puts in goal number 9 for Canada. Adam Smedley and Silas Gunter in the middle to start us off, but we're going to have a timeout. Charge Wade Hammond and Perth Fury. While we are going through that, we'll go through our goal scorers. Just the two to report of for the Perth Fury. Aaron Curry from the first quarter. Alex Messiah, the 1-on-1 goal in the second term. The few for the Canadians, Cash and Seaborg, the MVP from last night. He's got 3 to his name. Noah Choi with 2. Aidan Waddy with 3 assists. Mason Williams with 1-1 so far. Matthew St. Germain, he's got the 1 assist. And Aidan Wilson has the 1 goal, and Connor Scott has 2 to his name. 9 goals to 2. 3.5 remaining in the second term. So I've got one more day left of the Commonwealth Cup here. It's been great to see our Canadian friends in the land down under. Hopefully they've enjoyed their time here. Melbourne has served up some nice weather, and I tell you what, they're going to cop the full Australian experience tomorrow. I think 37 degrees is forecast. Lucky we're not playing at about 3 in the afternoon. It's really putting them to the test. Maybe it'll be a bit of a help for the Aussie boys. Who knows? But it's going to be hot, hot, hot tomorrow night. Plenty of hydration breaks, I would assume. Of course, we will have a selected Australian representative team take on the Canadians tomorrow. Of eligible junior players have put their hand up for selection this week from their efforts, and well, I can't tell you who's in that team because I don't know right now. But I'm sure once we know, it'll be up all over the Vic Boxlacks and relevant social channels. Back at it here, Smedley, great win in the middle, back to Hogan. There's one area they've been competitive, Fury, and I've really liked the work of Adam Smedley in the middle on the face-offs. Hogan. Down through Trant. Feeds inside. Nice feed into Aaron Curry. What a goal there. Great link up from the two Malvern boys right there. Aaron Curry, his second goal of the day. Three to score now. Got a whistle on the break, so it's the Canadians that just broke early behind the plate. Gives the ball back to Fury in the middle, around the back, Messia to Smedley. Back to Messia, nearly backing over. Lucky to reel that one in. And we've got off the ball, illegal procedure from the Fury. Gives the ball back to Canada. Good man marking from Alex Messia to find the man sneaking out the back. Bit of awareness, bit of learning from what's been going on throughout the game. Canada, once they get that ball down back, they're so quick to break away, but this time it's not going to matter. Connor Scott gets the shot off on Deshaun, but up to the challenge, makes a good save. Messia just wants that free space, gets it there in the end. Seaborg still harassing. Just needs the support now, does so from Lockie Wills. Hogan. Still Hogan, he's got 10 on the shot clock now, needs to move the ball. Still Hogan. Plenty of possession here, but not much happening. So Perth have just pretty much run out this whole shot clock. Great defensive pressure there from Canada. And they are away once again. Peterson finds Seaborg. Nice one-hand collect. 2-on-1 down here. Curry's got to split them both. But Cash and Seaborg good enough to find Nicholas Noiziu on the crease. And put in another one for the Canadians. 10-3 the score now. So judging on what we've seen so far this week, the way that the Melbourne Storm and the Adelaide Thunder pushed the Canadians in the last couple of days, I'd expect quite a contest tomorrow between the Australian side and Canada. Really looking forward to that one. And the great thing is you'll be able to catch all of that action live here on the Victorian Boxscore Facebook page. Details around timings and squads, etc. will be shared in due time. But yeah, can't wait for that. In the meantime, ball has been collected from Adam Smedley, and then he's been collected by a couple of Canadians. Seaborg, some sort of game he's playing at the moment. Wants a crease dive and just adds that one to the resume. Cut that one up, send it back home to Canadian friends. Cash and Seaborg, what a goal there. So that goal has cancelled out what would have been a penalty to Adam Smedley for boarding. Canadians come away with it through Pottle in the middle. He's got Spanos out the top if he wants to use him. Just settles down the bottom corner. Aiden Waddy now. Messia. Ball zipping around with ease for Canada. Pottle, he just had a look at Seaborg before and wanted a bit of action himself. That was exactly what he was shaping up for, was that crease dive, but no luck. Messia, he's got cutters from the box. Matheson just spent it before he had it. Peterson, well, I don't know if he's got a whole piece on that one. He's got enough. Finds Aiden Wilson, hits the back of the net. Ty Peterson's going to be rewarded with the assist for that one all the way from in the cage. Didn't quite get all of the pass, but got enough of it to find the open man of Aidan Wilson to help him find his second. Ball flicked up from Smedley, but it's straight to Cashton Seaborg. He's got a man out the back if he can find him. Just carries. Troy. Game clock will expire in a second. Will it expire before? Yes, it will. Lucas Deshawn ended up making the save anyway. So that's going to be half time here. 12-3, Canada lead it. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with you very shortly. Canada 12, Fury 3. Here at the Altona Boxscore in Melbourne. Welcome back here to, we're about to get underway in the second half between the Perth Fury and Canada. It's going to be a break on the Canadians. It'll head the way of the Fury. No. Play will continue. So Canada take possession. Feed from Williams all the way through to Scott, but can't reel it in. So Deshaun take possession. Ugly ball across to Curry, but good enough to pick it up off his toes. We're only a couple of goals away from potentially a running clock here, so should Canada get it out to 11, that's where we'll go. Tran. Well, he's going to want to try and put a stop to that. Fires one away. But we have had a change in the net. Shane Friesen in the cage for Canada. It's been informed that we won't have a running clock, so play will just continue as planned. Nice you across to Waddy. Ball hits the ground, collected from Williams, gets Hail Mary from the deep off just as the clock was about to expire. Save from Deshaun, and Canada put the pressure on to keep possession. Seaborg coming across that back crease, gets the shot off, gets the rebound and another shot off. It's come off a save, so that probably should just be a reset here. Little fumble goes against the Canadians. If Deshaun can find Messiah out the back here, it could be away. Doesn't quite get to him too cleanly and then just runs away. So it would be Cashin Seaborg, who well, he's got 4 and 1, so he's having a bit of a night out. Relatively slow start to this third quarter so far. No action just yet, but there very well could be soon. It's Canada pull the trigger, but Deshaun up to the task once again. Curry. Messiah. Down through Matheson. Bit of a stutter step, assessing his options. One hand, flick across to Tran. Shot clock down to 5. So Hogan will have to pull the trigger very quickly. Gets all the way through, does Braden Hogan, but hits the keeper. Thought that might have been a reset there, so just a bit of confusion out here. Should be a full 30 and a Perth possession, I think will be the call in. Yep, that's what we're going to have. Matheson. Carries up top, Mercier. Matheson under huge pressure there, gets poleaxed. And in the process, the ball has been turned over, but we've got a foul. Another foul on the Canadians, so this would be the third look at a power play, I believe, for the Fury. Mason Williams serves a couple of minutes. Boarding, I think, was the call. Curry, Tran. Interesting to see whether they try anything different here at the Fury. Curry and Tran just linking up at the top. Cut from Curry now. Bit of movement, it's good to see. Curry on the feed inside. Friesen up to the task. There was a really good ball movement there. Tran and Curry linking up once again, but yeah. Canadian keeper Shane Friesen doing the job once more. Wilson. Up to Choi now across to Yu. Shot clock down to 5, so it'll go all the way through. Waddy breaks through numbers, gets the shot off. Deshaun makes a save. Alexander, Mitchell, Lewis carrying now. Keeps carrying. The overhead check unsuccessful, but he is dragged to the ground. Who's going to come up with it now? Good pressure from Tran to come up with that one. That was great intent there. Red jerseys all around it and came up with the ball. They are man up now as well, so they really need to make the most of it. Curry fires from deep. They'll get a full 30. 45 seconds left in this penalty. Curry and Tran. Really liked the look of these two before, and they'll do it again. Tran sold the dummy there on the cut. Curry. So Alex Messiah puts in goal number 2. Bit of a dummy. I think they all assumed it was heading the way of Aaron Curry, but it was Alex Messiah that put the ball in the back of the net in the end. Swim move there from Spanos, does well, but loses the ball in the end. Tidies up his work there. So back to even with that penalty cancelled by the goal. Shot as he was pushed was Spanos, sorry. Feed out the back from Deshaun. Centimetre perfect there to find Aiden Holmes. Underheat from Pottle, sorry. And well done there from Holmes just to prevent that one from going back and over. But the clock is down to 10 now. Tran. Been a fire starter for the Fury. Gets the shot off, but can't do much more than that. Canada come away with the rebound. Marcus Vicentine out there. First time we've seen him in this game. Mason Williams over to Liam Netmaker. Down to Vicentine. Williams shot from deep. Deshaun makes a save on the follow-up. Can't quite, was Vicentine. Mosquitoes just to descend upon us here at Altona. Feed, cross crease, finds Vicentine. Met hard by Tyler James, but still gets the shot off, misses. Feed inside, they're banging on the door here, Canada, but just can't quite find the back of the net. Shot from outside was going to come from Mason Williams, but call for a moving pick is made, and the Fury come away with it. Messiah has turned this one over though, so after such a great defensive set from the Fury, they've given it back, and Canada will take possession and have an offensive set once again. 12-4, only the one goal in this quarter, and it has gone the way of the Fury. Situations like these where the result is leaning one way, it's about the little wins trying to take away some minor positives, and so far for the Fury, it's a good one for them. They are winning the third quarter. Hogan just a little loose on the push on the boards, gives away a possession. Round on the crease, Connor Scott, either pipe or top of Deshaun. Either way, it's going to be a reset and the ball back to Canada. Wilson's got cutters coming through, but decides to take the shot himself. On the backup was Nozu waiting at the back. Now Messiah. They're not going to catch him. This is where he does his best business. Alex Messiah, well, he's got 3 for the game, 2 for the quarter. Great goal there from the Fury and Alex Messiah. Once he gets that yard on you, you're not going to reel him in. And they lead this third term 2-0 to the Fury. They trail it by 7. Smedley and Gunter in the middle, but it's Curry that comes away with the ground ball for the Fury. So the momentum has just really shifted here. Canada haven't been able to convert down their end. Plenty of chances, but not able to find the back of the net just yet. Feels like they are just teetering on the edge of breaking this one open, but the Fury hanging in valiantly at the moment. Pottle puts his head over the ball, comes away with it. He's got nothing upfield though. There is a whistle behind the play. However, it's going to go back the way of the Fury. Curry across to Matheson. Go to Tran. Really like the look of him tonight. Feed inside to Curry's centimetre perfect once again. They're really on the same page, those two. Got Friesen up to the task. Defends his net once more. Cole Pottle. Seaborg. Haven't seen a hell of a lot of him in this third quarter, so expect him to try and start to have an impact. And there we go. We did say that Canada were banging down the door, and there we go. Waddy has his first to go, 3 assists, and Seaborg adds another assist to his tally. 13th goal for the Canadians. Hard fight going in the middle between Gunter and Smedley there. Great tussle. Who's going to come out with it? Smedley does so. Little flick back and well collected there by James. Good work there from the Fury. He just ran himself into trouble there. Needed to kick the ball on quickly. Got tied up. Let's turn it over. Keeps the pressure on defensively, and that's really well done in that bottom corner to win the ball back. Nearly win the ball back. Canada do come up with the ground ball. Although, have they given it back here? Holmes heads it in front of him, just needs to go straight through it. Head's still over it, but the number's too many for the Canadians in the end. Byzantine comes up with it. And Waddy will have another possession. Scott, too easy. Good body there from Hogan to keep him out. From downtown, Nicholas Noisiu, but Lucas Vachon up to the task. Hogan just feeds Curry. It's beaten everyone, but it's made its way all the way through. Just I don't think anyone was expecting that. And found its way to the crease all of a sudden. But Canada do clean up tidily. Matthew St. Germain does the job. Waddy, now Seaborg. Feed across. Dropped by Noah Choi. Keeps it back. Noisy fires once again, not afraid to have a crack from deep. Feed inside, way too much space there for Netbanker, but just comes loose and be a shot clock violation. The Fury will come away with it once again. About a minute and a half left in this third term. A good one for the Fury so far. They lead the term 2-1. Curry, can he add a third? Gets the shot off, but well done there by Friesen to deny him. Spanos. Minute 10 now. Choi. Up across to Oziu. Looks to beat Holmes on the inside, comes back top side. Thought Hogan had picked his pocket there, but well done by Choi to take possession. Where's the ball ended up now? It's been tapped in. Has it? No. Thought that might have just found its way in the bottom corner, but just outside by the looks of it. Our official Richard Gore was right there. Alex Messier, 30 seconds on the game clock now, left in this quarter. Tran looks for the feeders, finds Curry once again. What a goal there. Aaron Curry, Brandon Tran, take a bow. The vision, the finish, how good was that? Curry and Tran link up once again. 3 goals, Aaron Curry. 3 assists, Brandon Tran. That's just good lacrosse. Out the back by Smedley. So, been a great quarter here for the Perth Fury. They're going to win the quarter. How much they win it by is yet to be determined. And Huda will sound. 13-6 is our scoreline at the final break of this game. 3-1, they won that quarter, the Perth Fury. 2 goals to Alex Messier, 1 to Aaron Curry. And they've cut the deficit back to 7. We'll take a short break and be back with you very shortly for the final quarter. And we are back for the final quarter here between the Perth Fury and the Touring Canada team. Great quarter there from the Perth Fury. They actually won that one 3-1, so plenty to take away from there, including probably, from what I've seen, one of the goals of the tournament so far, the link up between Brandon Tran and Aaron Curry. But it hasn't taken long for the Canadians to hit the back of the net. Nicholas Noizu just letting everyone know that, hey, we might have had a down quarter, but we are still right on top, yep. 14-6 the lead now. Smedley can't take that one. The ball's just heaved high. It's made its way into the Fury box. The talk is who did it come off? It's come off a red stick by the looks of it. It's going to head the way of Perth. Max Mercier close to his own line there. Let's head back into his own half, so Lockie Wills comes to give him a hand. Hogan back to Matheson at the top. Now Tran. Probably my favourite for the Fury MVP at this stage. Works his way through the numbers. Probably a little ambitious that time. We see a little shovel shot, but there is a whistle. Anyone serving a foul, or have we got a loose ball? No, we're going to have a power for Fury once again. They've had a few looks at this power play without much success. Another look now.
2-2. Cross-check. It's not a cross-check or a back hit. Thank you. I mean, do you want another one? No, I just keep talking. You good, Rhonda?
All good, thank you.
So the Fury get another look at a power play now. Curry links up with Matheson, wheels around, gets the shot off. Good save there from Freyson, stepping out to be proactive. Marshall looked upfield for the support. He's got a man downfield saying, give me the ball, and he's giving it the I'm trying, while he's being mauled by about 2 Fury players. Ends up getting it down there, but the Fury good enough to turn it back over. I'll get a minute and a half left on this power play. Trent, you see the confidence brimming with him now. He's dominant in the Rage season this year in the Victorian Box Lacrosse League. Had a great grand final series, actually. That wasn't so great. Misses that pass. The Fury come and put heat together, though. It's Connor Scott that rides all the pressure, takes possession, and comes away with the ball. 45 on the penalty. This is one thing you've seen the Canadians, they're pretty happy just to sit nice and high and play big on their shorthand, but not afraid to pull the trigger just like that and attack the cage. Ball comes down.
30 seconds on the penalty.
Alexander Mitchell-Lewis tries to come up with that one, turns it over. Ball stuck in the back corner. Who's it fallen to? It's fallen to the Canadians. Seaborg looking for the shovel pass out the back, and it's nice awareness there. Just Seaborg left that stick out to dry. Now Messiah, is he looking for a 4th goal here? He certainly is, but the around the back shot. Hey. So letting our Canadian fans know that we can get back out on the court. So yeah, even-handed now. Waddy, crease dive, no. 360 spin in the end. Not sure exactly where he was going, but not sure anyone else did. Maybe that's why it nearly worked. Noah Choi across the face. Back up to Silas Gunter now. Back through Choi. They're just kicking this ball around, keeping it on the move. Williams. A little shovel out to Noisu. They really need to have some awareness. He's really lining up on those outside shots there. Feed misses absolutely everyone and fires way back. So Fury will take possession. .6 away of Canada right now. Little one-hand effort. I'm not sure where that ball's ended up. Missed everything in the end. Hoddle comes away with the ball now to Seaborg. 7.5 left in the quarter. Netmaker just waits for the subs. One of the better names, I think, out there is Liam Netmaker. And how good was that from Cashton Seaborg. Goal number 5. Smedley can't collect it this time. Spanos does. Williams. Little shimmy. Good defence. Feeds all the way back across. Spanos through Waddy. Little face dodge. Comes back up to the top. Just so patient here, the Canadians. They not worried about moving the ball too quickly at all. That they use that full 30. This time they do run out, but really making sure they get some high percentage looks at that cage. Let's see out. Nice roll there from Lockie Wills to get all the way through. Got the shot off. Just got tied up. The ball ends back with... Well, we've actually seen a change in keeper, so it is Ty Peterson in the cage. So apologies to him if he made a couple of saves earlier and I missed them. Good ground ball down the other end, however, with Netmaker now in possession. Just waits for the players to set up. This is a pass over to Seaborg. Little shovel back. And the shot clock expires once again. Fury will bring it back from their defensive half. McDonald. Curry, sorry. So used to seeing Lockie McDonald in the Fury top. Nice look across to Holmes, but that shot was probably more suited for a field lacrosse goal. Scott. Well, no one's coming at him, so he just has to wind up, and great save there from Deshaun to get across to that one. Ball just stays in bounds. Messiah and Williams go to at it. I thought that check was clean, to be honest. But it has taken a piece of Mason Williams. So Alex Messiah is going to serve 2 minutes for a slash. So Canada with the power in their favour now. Choi. Shot from deep, save. That was Seaborg that got the piece off. Deshaun makes a good save. So full 30 again for the Canadians. Choi back through Seaborg. It's patient build up. Left that low man nice and close to the goal. Choi, he's still got that bottom crease if he wants to use it. Now they go through there. Waddy all the way through. Moving pick. So it's going to head the way of the Fury. And Smedley. So good penalty kill work there. Still a minute on the clock for Alex Messiah. So if we can kill a full 30 here, they'll just pretty much have to survive one more possession, the Fury. With man down, that is. Hogan doesn't need to do anything to rush right now. Wills, he's got 5 seconds. Probably needs to get the shot off right now, does Lockie Wills. Does so. Good save there, and well done there from the Fury. So, just misses the ground ball there, Braden Hogan. Spoke too soon, but there we go. So they pretty much killed the full penalty. Had the man on the bottom crease in Matheson, but couldn't quite find him. They still kept possession here. Lockie Wills, great work there on the penalty kill there from the young man. No one comes at him, so winds up, goes a little face dodge, all the way through, rolls in, and he's just picked up and dumped Lockie Wills, and in the process draws a foul. And it's getting a bit fiery out there. It's good to see the passion and the enthusiasm from both teams.
Just let me get off the floor.
It's going to be simultaneous by the looks of it. So Matthew St. Germain for Canada.
How did I get coincidental? I'm trying to run off.
So Lockie Wills are going to serve too. So it's Matthew St. Germain for Canada. But they will serve at the same time.
You just called.
So the Fury are still man down right now for the next 15 seconds before Alex Messier can return to the plate. Curry down that bottom corner, just waiting for the clock to expire. He will have help in a second, and if he keeps his head up, he's got the help out the back. Messier, no one paid any attention to him down there, and good awareness from Peterson to switch across and make the save. The goalie was really the only one that had any vision on where Alex Messier had come from. Great effort from the Fury to try and make the most of that situation, but can't quite capitalise. Now the Canadians get a shot even-handed. Feed across, just misses. Shot clock down to 3, so that fire, save from Deschamps. Ball comes to the ground. Just tucking and running is Mitchell Kukuchka. Curry. Matheson just getting tied up here. He gets all the way through and hits the back of the net. What a goal there. Thought there was just a bit too much traffic, but he's found his way through the traffic. Great finish from Jake Matheson. Yeah, Jake Matheson working his way all the way through. Bit of magic there. Magic Matheson. Goal number 7 for the Fury. And their first of the final quarter. We'll take possession once again. Curry. Matheson, can he do another? He certainly wanted to. Was riding a bit of a wave there. Easy save from Peterson.
What time you said?
Waddy feeds the open man in Scott in the middle. Can't quite find him.
Okay, so you're due to go on now, but you've got to wait for a stoppage.
Seaborg, shot, save. I think that'll be a reset. I thought there was a piece on that. Nope. Must have missed wide. Mercier over to Curry. Just over a minute to play now. Matheson Well, he's feeling it now. Little feed inside to Curry, knocked down. Head over the ball. Who's going to come up with it? Important ball to be won on the crease. Heave out the back, and it is Aiden Wilson all by himself, and hits the bottom corner.
That was assist by the goal for 23 assists.
15-7. 15 or 16? 16-7, sorry. The lead to Canada. Tran, I think if I were to pick an MVP, that's where I'd be leaning. Smedley's also been good in the middle, but yeah, the work Brandon Tran's put in. He's done a fantastic job. That pass from Messia just missing. Also been good, Alex Messia, with a couple of goals. 3 goals for Alex Messia. Aaron Curry, 3 goals too. And little shovel shot from Alex Messia. Maybe he's just put his name back into the MVP conversation. Fourth goal for Alex Messia. And he's had some sort of night. So 30 seconds left in the clock now. Smedley, feet, sticks flying around that one. Who's going to come up with it? Tran puts his head over it. Body's flying everywhere. Is there time for one more goal here? 20 seconds to go. Too much space for Canada there. Connor Scott should put this one away. I think there was a little piece on that from Deshawn. Really good work. 10 seconds on the clock. I think the Canadians are pretty happy to run this one out and finish the game. Noisy just can't help himself. Left the shot from outside. Saving Deshawn. And that will be that 16-8. The win to Canada. But certainly an effort to be proud of for the Perth Fury. They fought back in that second half. And we'll be back in just 1 second. So the Fury actually won that second half, 5 goals to 4 after half time. So something that they can hold their heads high for. We'll go through a goal scorers quickly before we get to the MVPs. For the Perth Fury, we've got Jake Matheson with 1 goal in that last quarter. Lockie Wills with an assist. Mitchell Kukuchka with 1 assist. Brandon Tran, we'll get back to him in a sec, but he had 3 assists. Aaron Curry with 3 goals. Alex Messia with 4 goals. For the Canadians, Roman Marshall had an assist. Cashin Seaborg, well, he had another day out. 5 goals, 2 assists. Noah Choi with the 2 goals. Aiden Waddy, 1 goal, 3 assists. Mason Williams with the 1 and 1. Matthew St. Germain with the 1 assist. Aiden Wilson with the 3 goals. Of course, Noisy with 2 goals. And Ty Peterson, the keeper, well, he finished with 2 assists to his name. So not a bad night out for him as well. 16-8, the winners, Canada tonight. If I'm going for my MVPs, thought Alex Messia with 4 goals. He was pretty impressive for the Fury. Aaron Curry also impressive. Adam Smedley did a good job in the middle, but I can't look past Brandon Tran, to be honest. A couple of special assists really set the tone in the second half for the Fury. For the Canadians, well, Cashin Seaborg was elite in that first half. He was the MVP last night, though, so I'm not too sure if we're going to look at him again tonight. Yeah, pretty even contribution across the board, to be fair. Aiden Waddy with the 1 and 3 was good once again. So maybe we'll lean towards him. And of course, Noizu also impressive with a couple of goals. I'm not too sure about the Canadians, but we'll lean towards. We'll go Aiden Waddy. That's where we'll say the MVP might be at. But
Stay tuned, and we'll bring you those MVPs very shortly. I should also just make special mention while the coaches decide. Special thank you to all our Canadian viewers for tuning in. Not too sure what time of the day or night it is over there at the moment, but thanks for tuning in, and there'll be more action coming to you tomorrow, so make sure to share it far and wide. And here we go. Wade Hammond, our coaches have confirmed. We'll see who our MVPs are for tonight. So Nicholas Noyu, I split my money there, I think, so I'll give myself half a mark for that. Had a really good game with it, a couple of goals. And Adam Smedley, really sort of great first half, sort of fell away a little bit, but he's been an important player for the Fury really all week from what I've seen, and done a great job. Certainly deserves that MVP award. But that will be that for this evening. 16-8 Canada win that one. Well, they'll face off against an Australian side tomorrow. All of that information will come your way about details tomorrow. I think Adam Smedley is out there drinking maple syrup. Is that correct? Looks like it. So we should get some Vegemite out there for the Canadians, I think. Reciprocate. But we'll leave that there. We'll keep an eye across the social channels for more details about the tomorrow's action. It's going to be a hot one here in Melbourne. The lacrosse action is going to be just as hot. My name is Lachlan Williams. Thank you for tuning in once again. We will see you tomorrow for the final day of the Commonwealth Cup here at Lewer Boxscore.